they asked me what I wanted to be. I told them a writer, or maybe an astronaut, or maybe a princess from all the fairy tales I loved. When I was 8, I made a life in the library. In the sea of stories, you could always find me. In those corners, I created a world between fantasy and reality. When I was 9, I wanted to die. I never could understand why, but none of the kids at school seemed to like me, and no one ever wanted to be around me, and maybe they'd be better off if I wasn't here, or if I was never born. Wouldn't that make their lives so much easier? When I was 16, I found myself drowning, deep in the sea of despair, trying to come up for a breath of air to prove I was good enough, worthy of your love. For me, I couldn't breathe. And I tried so hard to cut off my pieces till I was your perfect little girl, till I lost that little girl who dreamed of space and poetry. But when the world takes all you have, in the ashes you find yourself, and I was burning. You see, I looked in the mirror today, and the girl looking back at me took my breath away. An embodiment of love and all she ever wanted to be. In her eyes, I found space and poetry. The courage to create her own destiny. And I looked around and saw the life I dreamed up from the ashes. When I was 19, I fell apart, only to find that's just where you start. All alone, I found the love of my life. She was staring back at me in the mirror the whole time, waiting for me to see the universes in her eyes. They all left so I could find myself. Was that not the greatest gift of all? When I was 20, I traveled the whole world and moved to New York City. Every month you could find me in a new country, following the magic. Those dreams were magic. Darling, you can be a princess and an astronaut and a poet. This life flies by before you know it, so make the most of it. Don't let them tell you what to be. Don't you ever dare listen when they tell you not to dream. You can be all of it. Make a life in the spaces between fantasy and reality. Live the stories you read in the library. Watch the city pass by through the window. Let the moment take your breath away. Feel how sweet it tastes to breathe. Wonders. It's RAI Wonders, like not all those who wonder are lost.